Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I wanted to come and give my monthly dosage of LGBTQIA plus news. All right. I'm gonna try to get better. I really am. You know what it is. For those who don't know, I have two channels. This is my second channel. My primary channel is called Rodney the Voice, thus spelled the ghetto way. Rodney THA Voice. Over there, we basically discuss basically celebrity gossip. Excuse me. Um, house we review like housewives. Sometimes we touch on serious topics, topics that sometimes make us uncomfortable, right? Sometimes they're sensitive, right? We get in our feelings sometimes, me too. Okay. But as my professor, Dr. Johnny Williams, used to say, at Texas Southern University, where excellence is an achievement, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Okay. And I'm going to add one. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not evolving. Okay. Shout out to Dr. Johnny Williams. I wonder how she's doing. Anyways, we're going to get into this monthly dosage of LGBTQIA plus news. Um, Hopefully, I can get better and try to make it at least once every week because that's really not a lot. It's really not. I just it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind with this channel sometimes, but we're gonna get better. We're gonna get it together. All right, y'all. So um this is a story. This is a story about anyways, all right. So this happened probably about like a week or two ago. Um when it hit, I was like, "Ooh, I want to give my opinion on this." This happened in East Point, Georgia. um, where there were some black men who were cruising. For those who don't know what cruising is, that is basically, from my understanding, I'm not someone who participates in cruising. I never have. Um, I have in the past, in my 20s, attended probably two sex parties. But sex parties are really not that's really not my thing. Um, but I've never participated in cruising. From what I understand, cruising is basically like going to like a public space, a park, mostly from what I understand, and guys basically just have sex. You know, I don't think it's an exchange of names or telephone numbers or addresses. Girl, you kind of you know either you doing a bending or he doing a bending or both of y'all doing a bending. Okay. Um, so that's basically, from what I understand, cruising is. Before we talk about this, I just want to just make it clear and plain that I believe that multiple things can be true at the same time. There can be truths that exist at the same time. Okay. Now, I saw an article. I got this from LGBTQNation .com. I'm not going to read the full article. I'm just going to read the parts that I felt like are the most important. I will put the link to the article in the description box. So the headline reads: Police accused of homophobia for posting faces of park sex sting arrestees. So the police department of East Point, Georgia, has been accused of homophobia for posting the mug shots. They posted the mug shots. I saw the mug shots. It was five black men. All right. Posting the mug shot images and names of five black men for allegedly inappropriate, illicit sexual activity at a popular family park. In a now deleted Facebook post, the police department wrote, "Please say hello," before revealing the names and faces of the five black men who were arrested in broad daylight for sexual activity at the park. Each man has been charged with public decency. I'm sorry, not decency, public indecency and loitering for prohibited behavior, police wrote. Um, Police said they received hundreds of complaints a month from residents about people allegedly having sex on tables, in the woods, and throughout the park in front of children, according to an October the 4th report by WXIA TV. The news station said nearly 2 dozen people have been charged for these acts over the past few months. We've been setting up surveillance in the area, but also the use of social media. And though in some of the sites that they use for meetups, we've been monitoring those as well. East Point Sergeant um, Jay Watkins said. However, Dr. T. Anna C. Williams, I believe I'm pronouncing the name wrong. I'm horrible with pronouncing names. A professor at the Mitchell Hamline School of Law in St. Paul, Minnesota, was one of the several web commentators who accused the police department of homophobia, saying that the department hadn't posted any other arrestees' mugshots on social media since 2022. I think that's something important that we need to take in. Okay. Again, according to Dr. Wilson, he says that this police department has not posted any other arrestees' mugshots on social media since 2022. Mugshots, as we know them, began as flyers for runaway enslaved people and later anti-black propaganda after Reconstruction, Wilson wrote in an October the 3rd tweet. They also disproportionately continue to mark Black people as criminal long before and after any criminal proceedings or findings of guilt exist. And these sting operations cost money. It costs money to pay people. I'm sorry, it costs money to pay police to impersonate Black queer people looking for consensual intercourse, bait others into it, and then joyfully arrest them and make snarky, defamatory Facebook posts. I'm with him so far. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that what he's saying don't make sense. Let's go to the next one, okay? Money that should be spent on missing and murdered Black women in the area, DV cases, domestic violence cases, the M word, MURDERRAP, child rapid shootings across East Point. But basically, he said they're worried about comp shots in the park. So basically, what he's saying is y'all are using this money to set up these sting operations in some cases to go to a park, pretend that you're interested in sex, just to turn around and arrest these men when you could be using that money, those resources, to go to things that actually really matter. I understand. I get it. Responding to criticisms, the department removed its post, and Chief Sean C. Buckingham, wait, Bucking, I can't pronounce that man's last name, who is Black, he's Black, wrote in a public Facebook post that this is his, that his department does not engage, of course, it's what they're going to say. His department does not engage in discrimination or harassment of any group or class of people. We believe in fairness and equality for all. I mean, girl, of course, that's what they're going to say. Parents cannot walk their kids in the park. Children cannot walk their dogs or playing in a park. Citizens cannot enjoy a peaceful day in the park, he wrote, saying that the locals have been terrorized by the men. We have made arrests, upgraded patrols, and assigned officers to that park, all to no avail. We posted pictures of arrested persons as a last resort effort to discourage illegal behavior and activity. This practice is not new and is fact employed in several jurisdictions. This is what he's saying. I don't know. Well, we're not going to sit here and act like police officers just are just truthful. Hello. We do not want any group of people to believe we are targeting them. At no point have we mentioned any lifestyle in the post, nor are we aware of these individuals' lifestyles. The lewd behavior in the park has caused some residents to threaten to take actions into their own hands. We value the safety of all of our citizens and highly discourage any violence on individuals. I truly wish all readers could understand the gravity of this matter. However, one Facebook commentator, Nathan Etheridge, wrote, East Point Police Department, you want everyone to safe. I think he miswrote. You want everyone to safe, but you haven't posted a single murderer, domestic abuser, or the P word. Okay, East Point, we see you. Also, no one is arguing they shouldn't have been arrested. They deaf should have been. You were wrong because you wanted everyone to look and laugh at the gays. Hope you get every lawsuit coming your way. Like I said, remember multiple things can be true at the same time. I can see why people are saying that they are homophobic. I can see why people are saying that there's some anti-blackness tied to it because I remember I was over on Gay, the blog, I think it's called Gay Magazine, and there was a comment in the comment section saying that this has happened with white men. They said it was 24 or 25 white men in Atlanta that got arrested. I tried to find what they were talking about. I couldn't locate the information, but it had probably almost 200 likes. Um, so I can definitely see why people are saying that this also has a little bit of anti-blackness tied to it too. Because when the white queens are out here, girl, sucking and fucking in the park, girl, they getting arrested. Y'all not posting their pictures. That's basically what they saying. Um, Another Ethan Smith wrote, "This department has posted no other mug shots, not of murderers, child predators, domestic abusers, since a single mug shot back in early 2022. They chose this one incident to post mug shots of in order to shame and potentially force these individuals out of the closet." However, such sting operations have occurred over the last several years. In August of 2019 in Washington, D.C., police officers posing as horny gay men arrested 26 men in a sex sting. The men's lawyer said the undercover officers were enticing men to have sex and then arresting them for sexual assault. A 2007 sting in Volsia County, Florida, resulted in the arrest of 17 men for lewd activity. Police there publicly released the men's full names, ages, and home addresses. There's something leaking in here. Y'all hear that noise? Y'all hear that? So that's all I'm going to read. The article was pretty long. I'll put the link to the description um, in the description box so you can read the article, the full article. So this is what I have to say, and then I'm going to get off of here. What the comments, the two guys said, Ethan Smith, what was one guy name? Ethan Smith, and then the other guy, Nathan, and then also Dr. Wilson. I'm with all of them and what they said. On the flip side, and maybe this is because that's not something I get into, the whole cruising thing, having sex in public, right? It's one thing I think for you to go on your balcony when you're on vacation, and girl, do a little 1-2 on the balcony, right? I at my apartment complex, I text my biological sister this. Girl, one day it was one morning. It was probably like after one I know. I was walking to a food truck. It was late. Okay, and it was during a weekday, so nobody was really out. It was empty, kind of empty on the streets. But the food truck is like a hop, skip, and a jump away from my apartment, and I decided to walk. So I'm walking to the food truck, and as I'm walking, I hear some smacking, and I hear some moaning. It wasn't like just over the top, but I'm like, girl, what is that? And I'm like, I hear a woman moaning, right? I'm like, what is that noise? And I'm like, girl, is that the TV? Girl, now this is at my apartment complex, okay? Girl, I just happened to look up, and girl, I see a black girl. Girl, bent over. She wasn't bent all the way over. Like, this is the railing right here, right? This is where she was right here. So she was just basically holding onto the railing. Girl, I looked up and all I saw, she on the black bra, all I saw, girl, was her just moaning and girl getting pushed to the front like this. I said, oh my God. And I just kept walking, you know? But they're at their home. I guess I guess they wanted to just do what it do. I don't know if they was. I don't know if her and her man or whoever it was at the house drinking. It doesn't, girl. It is what it is, right? So I can understand how in some cases things just happen. Um, it's not too far. It's not something that's just out of this world for people to have sex in public or on their balcony or in their cars, right? But and again, maybe it's because this is not something I participate in. I never really understand the whole cruising stuff, especially in 2023. I could probably understand that this was 1960, 1970, right? I know for a fact there are men out there, and I'm talking about the gay men, who have OnlyFans pages. If you go to their Twitter, they, girl, fucking and sucking in the park in the daylight. They're in a Waffle House jacking off in broad daylight. Girl, they're recording themselves in a public restroom jacking off. The door open, they start running. It's like an adrenaline rush. I don't know. So we see this all the time of gay men, and I'm just talking about the gay men. I'm sure the straight ones do it too. But this is LGBTQIA plus news, okay? We see the gay men out here, and I hate for this to hit some of y'all. But then y'all are surprised when one, your ass get arrested because you want to fucking suck and jack off in public. And I'm trying to understand, why are you surprised? Why are y'all surprised? One, when y'all get arrested. Why are you surprised? Two, now your picture is out here for people to laugh, poke at. And if you are in the closet, honey, you're out now. Like, why would you even put yourself in that position? It's one thing to fuck at your house on a balcony. It's another thing to fuck in the middle of a park on a goddamn park bench. I remember one time I almost went to a bathhouse. I said I was gonna go to one. I've never been to a bathhouse before. I remember I was talking to this guy, this Brazilian guy. Ooh, I wonder where he at. He fine as hell. I bet you he's still fine. Well, he was fine as hell. I don't know how he looked now. One night we almost went. There's a bathhouse in Houston called. I'm not gonna say the name, but the girls here in Houston know what I'm talking about. And we were gonna go there one night, and I was like, I changed my mind. I said I probably would try one out if I went out of town because I don't want to bump into no other queen on the scene. Girl, you know what I'm saying? Just go out of town. That's how you supposed to go out of town, do your whole shit, and then go back home and then act like ain't shit happened, right? I've never been to a bathhouse, but I thought I was gonna try it one day. I heard there's one in Chicago that's cute, and I heard there's one in New York that's cute too. Anyways, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. You know, I don't, like I said, I've never been to a bathhouse, girl. I know someone who went to one recently. They told me they loved it. It was fun. Um, so it's not like I don't know people. I know someone who also is into cruising. It's just that I'm not into those things. I personally have people's telephone number in my phone who I know that they go cruising. They go to bathhouses. And it is what it is. It's just that, girl, I'm just not into that, girl. How was it? Did you have fun? Was the niggas fine? Girl, right? How many people you fucked? Now, I will ask the questions because I want to know. Okay? But yeah, I just think it's a different thing. Like, some of y'all do too much. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Some of y'all do too much. I don't know. I know we all have our kinks, stuff that gets us off. But girl, when y'all start going to a park, and then now you're also jeopardizing and putting yourself in a situation where you could potentially have to register as a sex an SO. And it's like, girl, do you really want to go down that road of potentially having that tied to your name? And the truth is, it's not like you were involved with kids. However, because you may be within a certain distance to a school, or because someone kids were walking by and you want to suck and fuck in the middle of the park, now, girl, this is tied to your name. So it's like y'all gonna have to make a decision whether or not it's worth the risk, right? And if you feel like it's worth the risk, then good luck to you, girl. Or either, girl, you gonna get your ass to the house and do all the fucking and sucking that you want to do, or at least keep it on your own goddamn balcony. Because I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I know it's different. I know it's different laws for different states. I don't know. But at least try to keep it at your house. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I believe that the truth can exist. Multiple things can exist at the same time. I haven't been drinking. I'm about to start though. That's why I really want to get off of here so I can have a cocktail. Um, y'all, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that it was a hint of homophobia in them posting those black men mug shots? Also, a little anti-blackness because they ain't posting the white queens. And I know the white queens, they damn show fucking and sucking. Okay. But do you also think that, girl, you need to keep that shit at the house? Or at least on your balcony, maybe? All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all. And check out my other page you have, and it's called Rodney the Voice, celebrity gossip, um, housewife reviews, love and hip hop reviews. We discuss all types of stuff, girl. All right. Bye, y'all.